Okay.
We
Hi,
going.
welcome to another episode of That's a Thing, Accent Core Plus R. It is episode 0.34, and it is Monday, July the 12th. Thank you for tuning in.
If you are, that's okay. If not, I don't know. I'm Kevin. I was gonna have a bit, but I forgot.
I'm Drew, and thanks for having this on in the background while you're not paying attention, or if you just have the tab muted.
Yeah. Oh man, that's even better. That's the optimal way to listen. You just go on the website, hit play, mute the tab, and then give a like. There you go. That's all I need. Validation. Big validations.
Gotta get those numbers to go up.
Yeah. No, Nolan is here, but he's doing stuff. He'll talk about it later. So we will save the Fast and Furious talk until Nolan gets here. We'll save that. It's very important. But otherwise, yo, Drew, what's going on?
Once again, the FGC is having the discussion about why aren't PCs the tournament standard.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, because it's about Guilty Gear and how like the PC
yeah,
version does run better.
yeah. Kevin, tell me about trying to get any peripheral to work for a PC.
Oh, it's a nightmare. Also,
Tell me about tell me about trying to do that for like at least a dozen setups.
oh, you can't do that for a tournament. Like you can't do that. PCs are all different. Like, I mean, that's the thing. It's like you could have like 40. I'm not even 40. I'm just gonna say 20 PS4 setups or PS5 setups, and it's gonna kind of work. If you can't
Yep.
have like 40 people, 20 people bringing in their computers, and then have all the computers there running the game. I mean,
Also, also like the argument being for those unfamiliar is that there's less input lag on a PC compared to a console because it's more powerful. So therefore, when I hit my button, there's less time between the button press and it happening on screen, and that means things are easier to time when you're dealing with 1/60th of a second. But the issue also being is sure PCs are better at that, but they're still inconsistent. I saw someone like posting about like, okay, on my old setup, like Skullgirls on boot would run at this frame rate, and then after it'd been running for a while, it would instead run at this frame rate, and it was slightly lower. I got a new PC. Skullgirls run at this third frame rate on boot, and after it ran a while, it ran at this slightly higher input lag rate.
yeah, but
And it's just it's every PC is different, and it's not happening.
I mean, even in League of Legends, where they have infinite PC money, let's just say for the League of Legends esports, we can say they have infinite money. I think we can.
They also the rules also have like disability accessibility stuff disallowed too.
Really?
Yeah,
And League?
yeah.
Well, that sucks. But what I'm trying to say is, in League, like, they have enough money so that every person there gets on the tournament when they're in person gets the high end PC. Like everyone's rocking the $2,000 to $3,000 PC to play League at optimal thing. And even in like the official tournaments and shit, they will have to pause games and fix PC problems. Like like almost every single League of Legends tournament you'll watch, there will be a pause because someone's keyboard stopped working or a mouse like not a mouse like a mouse isn't working or like update shenanigans.
A driver's gone
A
missing.
driver's gone bad, memory leak, whatever. I'm just saying that that happens in almost every single game of League of Legends, and they have, like your local your Wednesday night fight or whatever, even like your high end fighting game tournament is not shelling out for every setup has a $2,000 PC.
Okay, so fun fact, there was a period in Wednesday Night Fights where Alienware sponsored them and provided setups for Street Fighter 4, and it was a nightmare.
Of course.
And like and this isn't even getting to the most basic problem of what happens when you have two players on one setup who both play keyboard and they have the same bindings.
Ooh. I never.
Windows can't differentiate that.
No, you'd have to. That's like, I'm just saying. That's why this is. This is why I hate PC games. I honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I hate them. I hate them so much. It's just there's like amount of fiddling you have to do with every PC game, and I don't like to do the fiddling. Even PC Pro, it's just man, it sucks. I just want to click on things and make them work.
I like fiddling to an extent, but the problem is that PCs are so inconsistent where, okay, I did this thing and it didn't solve the problem. 20
Yeah.
minutes later, okay, I did the same thing I did earlier and suddenly it worked.
Oh yeah, it's the Warhammer 40K machine spirit. Or
I still can't upgrade my laptop to the latest version of Windows 10 because every time I try, it like soft crashes.
my my I don't my laptop's performance with every subsequent Windows update has gotten worse and worse. Like, it feels planned obsolescence. My laptop used to be pretty good and it would do everything I wanted it to do, which is basically just play Magic the Gathering and like Hearthstone or like the League of Legends team fight. It would do that. I remember I would stream from my fucking laptop and it would work
Yeah.
just fine. I don't think my laptop could stream anymore.
And I think that just has to do with Windows update methodology is not, oh, hey, we improved things and replaced things. It's, no, hey, we improved things by just like piling more on top of it.
Oh yeah.
Like, my favorite example is Windows Photo Viewer is still buried inside the Windows operating system, but they've just turned it off from being accessed. Instead, so that way you have to use like Windows Photos, which is the worst photo
Oh,
viewing thing.
it's
It takes
terrible.
forever to load up and like it's hot garbage.
It's also like it just feels like they're just going with like, people right now have enough memory they can handle it. Because I remember before my laptop would go from idling, like my current desktop with like basically Discord, a Firefox, and this stream recording thing going is like hovering around 29% memory use. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
my laptop with nothing open will be at like 39% memory.
Yeah.
And that's just Windows background processes. And that's just because this fucker. How much memory do I even have on this thing? Yeah, this fucker has like 16 gigs of memory, and my laptop only has 8, which is not enough anymore.
Really makes me want to get into Linux.
Oh, that's just its own kettle of fish.
It is, but also I think things have just naturally progressed from the community development side that I don't think it'd be that hard to get into.
Just stop it. Just stop it. Just stop
Yeah,
it.
I agree.
I'm okay if you're gonna update for like. There was one of the Windows updates. It would like try to load in its Microsoft window preview thing that it'll do every so often whenever it updates. We'll like check
Mm-hmm.
out all our new features, but
Yep.
that whatever crashed. So I had to like boot in safe mode to then close that program from ever opening, and then I could turn on my computer normally.
Which also fun. It's so hard to even boot in safe mode nowadays.
Oh, it's gotten tricky. It's gotten real bad.
It's like they've just decided, hey, all these things should be behind the scenes. You shouldn't have to worry about them as a user. It's like, no. That'd be like if you bought a car and they're just like, oh, sorry, the hood doesn't open unless you have this specific tool. You just have to be a mechanic to even look under your car hood.
That's how my fucking car works with this change engine light, which I think I've discussed. Not the check engine
Change
light.
engine?
No, the oil change little program, whatever,
Mm.
where you have to
Mm-hmm.
enter in a specific key thing on your like you have to put it in neutral and then hold the brake pedal down. It's like you put the car in neutral, hold the like you turn on the electricity but not the engine, and then hold down the brake pedal for 11 seconds, and it'll say, "Oh, you got your oil changed." Otherwise, you'll get like a beeping message that goes, "Hey, change your oil," even if you did, because
I
the
hate it.
because the dealer has it. They know the secret code, but the guy at like the service station, he doesn't know it. And I had to go on the internet to figure it out.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Well, listen,
I
it's
don't
it's
understand.
modern,
Yeah, it's just modern.
but it's our current existence where we get all the
Much,
bad parts of cyberpunk dystopia and none of the cool parts.
much like wanting to get into Linux, it makes me be like, what if I just bought a classic 1960s or 70s car and just fixed it up real cool like, and then it's like, oh, but I don't know how to do that.
Oh, that's always the worst. What you know? What if you got yourself a 1970 Dodge Charger, like Dominique
Uh,
Toretto?
I'm more of a Corvette fan.
Corvette's a nice car. I like them. They're the mean evil car. I'm a
I
big.
don't like the new ones, like the 2020 or 2021 ones. They still look nice, but they don't really say Corvette to me.
Well, it's kind of like I like the new Ford GTS, but they don't look like a Ford GT. Like if you look at a Ford GT, I think those cars look really cool, but that's because they look more like they don't look like an American car, and I'm like, oh,
Hmm.
that's why it looks good. Like we can just we can open this sucker. I could put it in the chat. Like you look at this car. Like I like that car. That's a nice looking
I like
car.
the one on the right better.
Well, of course, because it's like that's the racing version. That's like the original. That was the inspiration. Like the one on the left is like inspired by, but the one on the right was like Ford was going, "Yo, we want a real fucking ass car." It's cool though. I like it. It's not as neat as like the it's not the Bugatti. It's oh, I forgot. Oh man, my car knowledge is going away. I stopped
Is it
watching.
still true? Is it still true that if you buy like a Ford that's been manufactured in Germany, it's a better car than one manufactured here?
No, but I'd give that the Giorno Giovanna. That's bullshit, but I believe it. I'd give that completely like yeah, I could see it.
It's like they have stricter manufacturing laws than we do.
Yeah. I started watching the Netflix series Clarkson's Farm. Not Netflix, Amazon
Uh,
Prime.
yeah, I saw that pop up, and I was like, eh.
I would say it is better than it's much better than like the Richard Hammond and Tori from MythBusters show. Like Clarkson's Farm feels like a longer Top Gear sketch, but overall, I do not think Clarkson's Farm is as good as James May in Japan, which is probably their best one. Big fan of James May in Japan because it's interesting. And you get James May going around just doing stuff.
It's just weird that Amazon just split those three up.
Yeah,
Like
well,
I can't say they bought the rights to them because that's not how that works.
they
But
kind of did. It's because like what I'm guessing is they did the Grand Tour, and because Top Gear, and then they got the Grand Tour, but then they realized people just didn't like
those
the
three.
car. They don't like the car review parts of Top Gear. They just liked the travel shows. So what they did was Amazon canceled the car part and just go, yeah, it's just travel shows now. Which is still good. But I actually did like the car review parts.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to make the Grand Tour cinematic universe.
Yeah, the GTCU.
Yeah.
Man. I didn't watch The Black Widow.
I didn't either. It's probably still like what, $20 to rent, if in addition to being subscribed to Disney Plus.
Yeah. I just it's I get the feeling with Marvel, and this is just me looking from the outside in, is that after Infinity War, what are you gonna do? Like, I can see them doing like the TV shows and stuff, you know. Like
Yeah.
that's fine. That's like a smaller scale thing. But like where are you gonna go, Marvel? You blew your load. You can't go back. Your Marvel is facing the same problem that the comic book version of Marvel faced, where like, okay, you're kind of done.
They just have to keep upping the ante.
Oh, then you happen what happens in Warcraft currently, where it's like the shittiest story that's ever been told.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the WoW story has gotten so bad. I wanted to talk about that because it's like fucking horrible. Because they are copying effectively. They're trying to copy Infinity War and shit with like their version of Thanos, but because it's an MMO and their storytelling is awful, you have no idea what Thanos is doing or why Thanos wants to do anything. Like, imagine if you were watching Infinity War and you've never seen Thanos before, but the movie's telling you he's behind it all and he has to get the Infinity Gems, but you've never actually seen what one of the Infinity Gems actually does. Like,
Oh, okay.
like because you
They're for a point I was saying, Kevin, but that's exactly what the Marvel movies did. They would only ever show Thanos and he would do nothing, and they was like, yeah, but he's the mastermind.
okay, yeah. So imagine that,
But
but
at least
like,
they showed us what Infinity Stones did.
yeah, but Warcraft didn't. So like, you know, in Marvel you see like, oh shit, that's Doctor Strange's time medallion. He did all that crazy stuff. But in World of Warcraft, no, he's just going around getting like for effectively sigils, the 5 sigils, and you're just like, but we don't know what they do or why they're even important. And then they're doing all that bullshit. And there's not even explaining what the guy's motives are other than I want to take over reality. And then we get like the climactic cutscene where our hero Sylvanas Windrunner decides that she will not serve the jailer anymore after serving him explicitly for 3 expansions.
Okay.
One of which she like burned down an entire city with no remorse. And then like forcefully made a guy, one of the good characters, evil and said, "You will serve the jailer." And then she goes, "I'm not going to serve the jailer though. Not me." And then she's becoming good again. And they're just like, fuck you, video game.
I don't know. I never played WoW, so like I just have never had any affinity for it.
Wow.
Sorry.
That's fine. I just wanted to yell about it. I wanted to yell about it because it frustrates me because World of Warcraft is not like a deep or good story.
Why'd they never make World of StarCraft?
Because they're cowards. Or actually, they probably tried like several times and it just failed. I also StarCraft. They kind of also fucked the StarCraft lore in the same way, where Sarah Kerrigan, the Zerg Queen, like turns out she was the chosen one, and then she became the super angel savior, where she got like literal angel wings and glowed yellow, and fought the bad guy, and then went to heaven. And you're like, fuck you, Blizzard, stop doing that.
Yeah.
I liked it better when she was just an evil bug lady. Like that's Blizzard's problem, is that they just, or I don't know. They don't know how to end a story.
Well, no, their problem is they're not allowed to end the story.
True. We're not allowed to end a story. See, because they can't do it. So what if like the minor characters in the new raid had like a cinematic where it was like one of the former villains who was like an orc who did orc shit and like was burning and starting wars, and he was supposed to like repent for his sins, and then he escaped and said, "Fuck that, I'd do it again," and then kills like one of the people and explodes, and everyone's like, "That's good. That's what I want to see." Like the villain who's just like are you sorry? And him yelling no. And you're like, okay, good. That's in character. That's what we're going for. That's like that's how low the bar is. Where evil orc says, "I like being evil and would do it again," and everyone's like clapping, saying, "Finally, good storytelling." a character with consistent motivations. It's so rare.
Yeah, is it just me, or am I just tired of like people trying to make sympathetic villains?
I think it's sympathetic.
I think that's why One Piece works so well, right? Is the villains all have motives and are understandable, but I don't feel bad for them.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for old Don Flamingo, Don Quixote, or whatever. He's so sad as he killed his own parents. Said, fuck.
Yeah.
And owns his like illegal puppet drug factory.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so sad. It's like, no, fuck that guy. Fuck you.
And it's not just he's doing all that stuff. It's he's enjoying it while he does it.
Yeah, he loves it. But I do like Don Flamingo. I think he rules.
I do too. I like Doflamingo.
He fucking rules. But he's a shitty dude. He's really shitty.
Yep.
I like Big Mom.
But he's doing it.
I think Big Mom's great.
Yeah. Yep.
She's just a giant lady who's just shitty.
Who's really tough.
She's really strong and really shitty and likes cake, and that's kind of it. I like it. I don't feel bad. You are correct. Is there any One Piece villain I feel bad for? Like, is there any One Piece villain that gets the what Naruto did, where like they made sure everyone had like the sad tragic backstory, and you're like, fuck you.
Like, but even if they do, it's still like they're not justified in what they're doing at the point. And if they are somehow redeemable, then typically they get a character arc to become better after the fact.
Yeah. It's like some of the it's like, yeah, you had some bad fishman problems. That fishman guy. But you went way overboard.
Yeah. Like, I think the closest villain I'm maybe to feeling sorry for is Buggy, but even then, he's just so shitty.
Buggy rules. I love Buggy the Clown. He's great. He is shitty. But that's why he rules. Buggy the Clown rules because he sucks ass.
Yep.
That's great. He to me, he's like a protagonist.
I don't know about that.
Well, I consider Buggy the Clown and like Team Good Guy, like adjacent.
Oh, okay.
Like he's in there.
He's a Vegeta.
Yeah. Yes, Buggy the Clown is the Vegeta of One Piece.
You heard it here first, everybody.
I believe it. I support it.
Buggy the Clown is the Kramer of One Piece.
Oh, he's the Newman.
No, he falls ass backwards into money and pussy.
That's true. That is what Buggy the Clown do. I still really like it that Buggy the Clown was like a member of like
the Seven Warlords.
Yeah, because him and Shanks were on like the same crew as a kid. Was it Gold Roger or Whitebeard? I forget.
It was Gold Roger's ship.
Okay.
Because Gold Roger is the one who gave Shanks the hat.
Yeah, I just get confused. One Piece is too long. I get confused about what happens. Please,
not long enough.
It's gonna get there. I watched a guy on the internet talk about his theory for the end of One Piece, and it was pretty safe. Where it's just the end of One Piece is a big old party after Luffy saves the world. It's kind of like, yeah.
And I feel like the One Piece is probably a lot of treasure, but also just like a picture of Roger and his crew.
Yeah, that's what I figure. Or I thought
Slash cone.
Yeah, or I thought, like, thinking back on it, the One Piece is probably just like the hat, like the straw hat. And
so are you aware of like the world government has like another straw hat like locked up in deep security?
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a giant hat. Like it's a big old like the same straw hat but gigantic.
Okay, that's cool. No, that makes because to me it's like I'm on camp. Like the One Piece is basically gold. Like it's the idea, and it's the idea of piracy and freedom and adventure, and that's kind of what the hat represents. And by having that hat, like to me, the last panel of One Piece is Luffy gives his hat to a new kid.
Yeah,
like that's the last panel is him saying like. He gives his hat to someone and then tells the world, "Try to catch me," and then goes on an adventure, continuing adventures. Like that's all it has to go.
And then that's where we get One Piece Z.
Yeah, One Piece Part 2.
One Piece GT.
One Piece the high school arc. Enter the.
I want to see the episode where I need Luffy and Zolo getting their driver's license.
That would rule. That'd be so good. Okay, I know he probably can. But can Luffy read?
No.
I think so.
Like I'm not sure. Like if Luffy can read, I think he reads at like a second grade level.
Yeah, like I don't think he reads well, but I'm pretty sure he can read.
Like he is literate.
Yeah.
Because I think he did. Yeah, no, he has to be. Because remember when he wrote that thing on his arm? Like he wrote letters, like his code.
Yes.
So Luffy can read and write. I just don't think he can read and write very well.
Yeah.
I think he is competent enough to order McDonald's at a McDonald's menu, but that's about it.
Well, that has pictures.
Oh, okay. But I think he can do it. Like Luffy, I don't think Luffy's the reading. Okay, so obviously Sanji can read very well.
Yep, Robin can read multiple languages
Robin
very
is
well.
the best at reading.
Well, yeah, Chopper and Nami also has the cartography reading and
like
drawing.
Well, of course, and they're like they're brain enough. I would assume that they can read.
Yes.
Okay, let's be honest. Zoro can't read.
Zoro cannot read.
Yeah.
Zolo. Yeah, Zolo. Zolo, just like a samurai, cannot read. Brooks and Usopp. I think Usopp can read.
Yeah.
Because he has to read.
I think Brooks can read. I think Frankie can read.
Yeah.
I think Frankie can. No, Frankie can read.
Frankie has to read because he's raised like. You can't be a shipwright and not be able to read.
Exactly.
Or cyborg. If you can cyborg yourself and be illiterate, that's like, wow.
Extra level impressive.
Although I could, in One Piece, I could see it. I could see he just kind of knows what to, like Oda saying, Frankie just knows what to do.
He just followed the pictures.
Yeah, like he just draws it out and kind of works it out mechanically. That's going to be my new headcanon. Frankie cannot read.
Great with math, can't read.
Yeah, math isn't reading. That's just numbers. He can do numbers. Like,
but how does he like write the name of the ship on the ship if he can't read?
He just says he has really bad handwriting and someone else has to write it. Like he kind of makes like a scribble, like a doctor's signature, where it's just like they just gotta scribble it and go, there it is. And they go, oh, what is it? It's the Thousand Sunny, can't you sell? And then someone else has to go in and like write Thousand Sunny.
Also, reminder, he didn't pick the name Thousand Sunny. He wanted to name it like Battleship Frankie number 57 or whatever.
See that? Okay, that's more evidence for the crew. He knows numbers. He probably learned how to write Battleship Frankie.
I mean, no, even then, all he puts is BF and then a number.
Yeah, there you go. Like, yeah, he just writes BF and then number. He goes, there you go, problem solved. Yeah, I can read. I know letters. There you go.
I know letters, I just don't know what they mean together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can know, like, a letter. Like, you could see, like, a Japanese symbol or something and know, like, oh, I know what that is. But then, like, it's in a word, like, I don't know.
So, yeah, I don't know what this means, but I can tell you what that syllable is.
Yeah. I know what that menacing symbol looks like. But, like, you use it in a sentence, and I'm like, I don't know. I know the one. Is it like the one that's fire blast means big?
And then also just the number 5. No, the number 6.
Yeah, for big. Big the cat. Since Nolan has arrived.
No. Now listen. Thing about the Straw Hat crew is they're strong. They're strong because they're family.
They are family. So how do you feel about Nolan being a trendsetter? or having the internet catch up to you?
Listen, like, okay, the internet, they were playing checkers. Me, I was playing chess. All right. I knew before what the Fast and Furious franchise could be.
I feel like we talked, like, everything we talked about over like the past 3 months kept becoming real, where you see the shit like they were talking about the crossover with Jurassic World, and now all like the memes about family and Dominique Toretto in space. And it's like, we called it.
We were there. We're ground floor.
We are the ground floor. We have that internet video. It is proof. It's on YouTube. On this channel. You can see it. It's not the most viewed.
No. Honestly, it's real interesting to see that everyone is jumping on that bandwagon of, man, Fast and Furious is stupid. But it could be stupider.
Exactly. You just got to keep pushing it. I think it's just the inherent joy of someone being able to compete, like, to hang with something that they shouldn't because of just something stupid. It's the exquisite joy of how are you able to fight John Cena on top of the stealth jet? And your answer is, I stole cars. And that's beautiful. I love it. I love it so much.
So when all the meme stuff started getting big, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have some fun, and we're gonna watch all the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's a total shift.
Oh no, yeah.
I'm like upset they're not really streaming anywhere.
No, I literally had to go to Walmart and buy like the Fast and the Furious pack for like $20.
Yeah.
Yeah. You probably could have also just got a Mr. Case.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
So mentally, what my brain tells you is, like, my mental Fast and the Furious watch list is you watch Fast 1, you skip 2, you can watch 3. Like, 3 is not essential, but I think it's pretty good in its own little way. Then it's...
Listen,
what?
Okay, hold on. It's great because it's a guy from Alabama, and he goes to Tokyo, and he learns how to drift.
That's what I'm saying. Like Fast 3 is good, but where if you're strictly trying to get to like the stupid as quickly as possible, then I don't think it's not necessary.
See, I feel like you should either watch 3 as your second movie or watch it just before the movie that ends with Jason Statham like answering the phone in Japan, or what's that ending scene?
I think that's 5.
I think it's either 5 or 6.
Yeah, so I think you either do 1, 3, 4, 5, like, and then on, or you do 1, 4, 3, 5, 6.
No, it's 5 because 6 is the one where they fight Jason Statham, and then 7 is the one where him and Rock are in jail and they got to break out together.
Okay.
And then 8 happens, and now we're at 9.
We're at 9. Yeah. You can skip Hobbs and Shaw.
Honestly, please, unless it has something to do with 9, then you might have to watch it.
Yeah, like to me, I put Hobbs and Shaw with like Fast and the Furious 2.
Oh,
if you're really hungry for it.
I'm sorry, Kevin. You put it with what movie?
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Thank you.
That's better.
Too Fast.
I don't think any of these movies are complicated enough that you need to watch earlier once to understand the plot.
Oh no, the reason why I say watch Fast and Furious 1 is not because of like the plot, but just you need to see where the series starts and where it what the fuck happened. Like, you need to see.
Shouldn't you start with Point Break and then watch Fast and the Furious?
Well, if you really want, yeah, okay. So the true is you do Point Break, then Fast and the Furious, then you watch Gone in 60 Seconds instead of Fast 2, and then because it has Nicolas Cage in it, and then you go to Fast 4 because Fast 4 matters, so you get the Fast 5. And then after Fast 5, you watch Fast 3, so you know what we've discussed about the Han situation, the Han Jason Statham situation.
No. But before Fast 5, you gotta watch Crank.
Yeah, you need to watch Crank High Voltage, the prequel. Crank. Yeah, because that's Chev Chelios is Jason Statham. Did you see that Nicolas Cage? We talked about that. Did we talk about that last time?
Pig or the other one?
The Unbearable Weight of My Massive Talent.
Oh God, yeah, the Pedro Pascal movie.
Yeah,
no, we haven't talked about that one.
Yeah, the Pedro Pascal movie where Nicolas Cage plays Nicolas Cage, who attends the party of a dangerous superfan and is recruited by the CIA to save the world. Which I'm in for. That also feels like you've gotten my script. Like Hollywood is finally listening to my ideas.
No, someone saw Agent Cody Banks and said, "You know what? Let's make an adult version of
that." Yes. Yeah, okay. Would you be into Agent Cody Banks 2 starring like grown up, burnt out
3.
Frankie? Okay.
Agent Cody Banks 3.
Agent Brody Banks 3. Subtitle Agent Cody Banks 2. No.
I would say subtitle Agent Cody Banks 30.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I love that. Agent Cody Banks 3-0. And it's like old ass, like Frankie Muniz doing shit. Similar to like the proposed Home Alone whatever with current like.
Yeah, with Kurt Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, current just like Macaulay Culkin. That like I'd be in for that.
But because he's an adult in America, he just has a gun and shoots the robbers.
No, it just turns into what it turns into is just an extended half in the bag episode.
Yeah. Does anyone remember like the Agent Cody Banks movies? What the whole plot was?
We've talked about this before. And I think the answer is no.
Okay, so I'll give you the rundown.
Oh, fuck.
Cody Banks goes to a summer school or a summer camp where they train children to become secret agents.
Okay.
Which I'm pretty sure is 100% an actual CIA op. That sounds like them.
That sounds like depending on the tone would be like a Raiden's backstory.
Or Psychonauts.
Yeah. So, do you know the reason why Agent Cody Banks is the one that gets recruited to do the mission?
I do not.
Because he's at camp saying, "Dude, I like lay so much pipe. I'm like the best makeout champion in the world. No one can stop me." And like this kid says he makes out a lot, so he'll be able to seduce the girl whose father's working on the secret project.
Wait, what?
No, that's realistic. I can believe that our CIA government would hear some kid saying he totally makes out with a bunch of chicks and going, "That's it." Yes, sign him up.
That's our man.
All that Agent Cody Banks makes out with a lot of chicks. We got to get him on this mission. And to say that he doesn't, he was lying to his friends at summer camp, as you would.
Yeah.
He's really awkward around girls, and that's the whole plot of
it. Is Lizzie McGuire in that?
Yes.
Sorry, Hillary Duff.
No, Lindsay McGuire is in there.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
With her stand cartoon Lizzie.
Like, I see. Okay, so watching Hillary Duff hit Disney teen program Lizzie McGuire, Frankie Muniz shows up in an episode as himself.
Oh, wow. The crossover.
Yeah.
Did we ever talk about that Lizzie McGuire is technically a stand user?
No.
What's the Hillary Duff song? Hold on.
Like one of her songs, that's her stand's name.
I guess she did have a album, didn't she?
Yeah. What would her stand? What would her music be?
Okay.
Is that the song, Adam? Let the rain fall down?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's her
the song.
stand.
I don't know. Yeah. Fucking oh my god.
Yeah, I love it.
Did they do a crossover where she was in Even Stevens or something? Like, I think my mind's making that up, but
No, she's just in a movie called Cadet Kelly that has the older sister, voice of Kim Possible. Christy Carlson Romano is also in it.
I literally forgot they just took any star they had and just put them in multiple different movies.
Yeah, that's what the DCU, the Disney live action cinematic universe.
The Dilaku.
Yeah.
He's the Even Stevens brother, and he's Stanley Yipkiss from Holes.
Oh.
They got
Digging up holes.
I liked Holes.
Digging up holes. Stanley Yelnats.
Man. I always thought it was fucked up that he got sent to Holes camp because of the fucking shoe shit.
Well, I mean, no, he chose to go there because it was like either regular juvie or this progressive new summer camp for ne'er-do-well youths, which just turns out to be slave labor.
Still, my issue stands is that, like, as a child, I thought that was really fucked up, and then as I've gotten older, like, that's probably the most realistic part of the story.
Yeah.
Where you have like a complete sham trial for like stealing a sneaker and now you're going to prison. But you didn't even steal the sneaker, it just kind of fell next to you.
No, Kevin, not prison, forced labor camp.
Well, no. I know what I said. I know what's going on. You don't even have to talk about taking the kid over the mountain and singing the song to break the curse.
Did that guy write any more books besides the Sideways Stories for West Side School and Holes?
I don't know. I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up.
You write who?
Lewis?
We're looking this.
What, Nolan?
Didn't he write Hoot? Or is that someone else?
I'm looking.
I think that's someone else.
No.
That's the like the owls in the construction zone.
Now he just drew. He wrote some like just young adult stuff. Like.
I think he wrote a sequel to Holes that had like two of the other characters in it.
Yeah, apparently.
Holes 2, filling it in.
Apparently it's called Small Steps. One of his books is called The Boy Who Lost His Face.
That sounds like a Charlie Bone book.
That sounds like a bad SCP. Oh, what the fuck? I'm trying to
did you guys... no, you keep looking. Did you guys see the end of Odd Taxi?
I haven't seen Odd Taxi yet because I've been playing Final Fantasy, and when I tried to watch something, I watched the Resident Evil Netflix because it's like 4 20-minute, 5-minute episodes.
I want to watch that.
I've just been playing Guilty Gear a lot.
Please,
I want to watch it, but I just haven't.
Yeah, you can talk about it, but no spoiler, because I am going to watch it at some point.
I'm not going to talk about it last episode because it's a complete spoiler. But the show's great, still.
Good, so
And
it sticks the landing.
It sticks the landing great, honestly.
Good. I'm gonna watch it then.
Yeah, because that's the kind of show where like it's good. In my back of my brain, I'm like, if they don't stick this in the landing, it's not gonna go very well.
I did a laundry day, and I'm like, well, let me just sit down and watch some anime while I'm doing my laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? That and Tokyo Revengers. And I'm like, that's okay.
I would say the Resident Evil Infinite Darkness is not worth watching unless you are into Resident Evil.
Well, that's me then.
It is dumb and kind of bad, but it also sort of explains some like slight plot contrivances of why Leon acts the way he does in like Resident Evil 6. And it kind of, I'm like, oh, I kind of get what they're going for. Did not have enough like I clapped when I saw it moments, and it could have, like, no one does a suplex. There was a part where in that movie where they're like gearing up, and it looked like someone was going to take out an attaché case, and I was going to get really excited that all the guns were in, like, Leon would have to carry around his attaché case, like Resident Evil 4, but that didn't happen.
20 minutes trying to perfectly put it up.
Well,
Make sure it's even.
Yeah, because that's the kind of shit I want to see. I want to see like the video game, but in the other thing. Like that was the only good part of the Monster Hunter movie was like oh look, they do the thing in the video game, but in the movie, and you're like yay, and then the rest of the movie was shit. But like,
Yay.
not even good shit. Just the bad kind.
I still haven't seen that.
Oh, they fuck up. Like, they even fuck up, like, the music in that movie. They give it, like, a weird... It sounds like synth score. And I'm like, Monster Hunter already has, like, a soundtrack. Like, the Monster Hunter music is good. It's da-da-da-da. And you're like, oh, man, we're going to hunt some monsters. And they give it, like, a weird... I want to say it's not Tron-esque, but it sounds like they're trying to do... Like, you listen to Daft Punk's Tron whatever, and then you made, like, a bad version of it, but also combined it with, like... I don't know. It's not good. It's bad.
What's with video game movies? Like starting in real life and then they jump into the different world. Everyone's following the Mario Brothers movie. Like,
I kind of want like the new Illumination Mario Brothers movie to be equally just absurd and bizarre.
I just want it to be the old one, just re-released into theaters.
Like that's what I want. Like I want them to like animate it so it's still animated, but the plot's the exact same.
The voice lines are all the exact same. They just recycle all the old dialogue.
Yeah.
Paid the actors estates.
Yeah, that's what I want.
just put the Super Mario Brothers Super Show in the theaters, and that's it.
Like I love Charles Martinet as Mario. I still think he does better as Wario. I think Charles Martinet is a much better at Wario than Mario. But, like, that old fucking, like, Super Mario Brothers Super Show Mario is how I hear him. It's like an over middle-aged Italian man. That's Mario in my brain.
You got some, what is it? You got some sauce on your overalls. You got a piece of spaghetti on your shirt.
What you doing, Luigi?
He sounds like a middle-aged Italian man should.
Yeah, I would get Fine Sauce Vinny to voice Mario. He does a good Mario.
Hey, come on, it's time to do the Mario.
Have you guys watched any of the Nextlander stuff?
I've watched some of it.
I have not.
I know exactly stuff.
It's the same. I haven't really watched any either.
I don't know. I've fallen hard off of the video game news sphere and video game. Like I listened to the cast of Super Beast, but then otherwise I'm either playing a video game.
You become a content creator, and suddenly you're too good to listen to any other content creators. I see how it is.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I've been listening to one content creator right now.
Who is it?
Have you ever heard of a guy named Wings of Redemption?
I have not.
No.
Okay, you know all those like LTG troll channels?
Yeah.
This guy has like 100 of them, and he's just getting blasted hard all the time. And for some reason, it's the funniest thing in the world. Hold on, it's like really sad, but like it's just like a streamer getting bullied hard.
Oh.
But he's
it's like a One Piece villain. It would be sad, but it's completely self-wrought, and there's nothing redeemable about the person.
I did watch Asmon Gold play Final Fantasy. That was interesting. Because he made the switch from from WoW to Final Fantasy. And then he couldn't play Final Fantasy because too many people were crowding him. And Square Enix started banning those people. Watch, that was an interesting moment.
I gotta be on the stream, Kevin.
I gotta be on the screen.
Hi, Mom.
Look, I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna show everybody.
We're basically best friends, me and that guy whose name you said that I can't remember.
Yeah.
Hey, Daigo gave me a thumbs up. You were there. You saw it.
I did see it. It happened. You are best friends with Daigo Umahara.
Yep.
You could take that to your grave. You put that on your tombstone.
So,
That's why I like the idea of just written Daigo thumbed up, give me a thumbs up once.
No, it just says Daigo's Umahara's best friend.
Yep.
That's BFF.
The man who walked with the beast.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like, what? Yeah, no, you gotta keep building it up so it becomes its own, like, legend.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool having, like, a tombstone and having it have, like, this cryptic, cool-sounding thing. So, like you plan it so, like, in the future, they think you're some, like, grand hero.
Yeah. Like, we found him. He was number one.
Yeah, he was number one. Oh, man, that's cool. I'd like to be. It's like... So that, like, the I can't even fucking think of it. Something wild. Just making your entire death some sort of, like, grand announcement.
Matrix.
Yeah.
Rocking the dead baby's grave.
Yeah, so that someone finds your grave and then they make, like, a religion based on you because they think you are, like, some saint.
That just leads them to investigate who you were.
Yeah.
Before disappointment sets in.
Oh, that's even better.
Ozymandias was just a big nerd.
Oh, that rule. You look upon my works, ye mighty in despair, and then you dig a little deeper, and it's like waifu titty figurines, and you're like, oh no.
No, sorry, Kevin. I think you mean dig a little deeper and find That's a Thing, episode .01.
Oh, yeah! Oh, even worse! I think I'd rather just find titty figurine. No, that's the Venus of Willendorf, the original thick anime figure. There we go.
They were bigger, but like they broke off. She's like, oh. I just had to make them small, I guess.
There you go.
To have it.
Og says bigger. What do you mean, Og? Og says bigger. Thicker.
Leonardo da Vinci drawing femboy Jesus.
Oh man, I never considered it, but it's probably like if you consider it, like we're all the masters, you know, they had to pay the bills. They're probably doing commission. They were doing lewd comms back then.
Why do you think all their paintings are nudes?
Yeah, well, some guy comes up like, Leonardo, I need you to paint me as a muscular lion man. And he needs to be a muscular lion man, and he is fornicating with the castle because he is huge, and he is saying, I love being strong. And Leonardo just goes, okay.
All right, your usual.
yeah. Tame this week.
My lord.
They find the original picture of Kronos devouring his children, and you just see #vor at the bottom of it.
Yeah, tags, the vor tag. All of Leonardo's like his designs and inventions weren't actually inventions. They were like prototypes because some guy had a really weird kink, and Leonardo has to figure out what even is a helicopter. He has to invent one before he can make a man slowly turning into one.
Yeah.
I wish to turn into a flying machine, Leonardo. Slowly and erotically painful. And he goes, okay, fine, I'll have to develop a flying machine.
A flying machine? How would you even?
But if I do it, he's got a lot of gold. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Okay, damn it, now I want to like get a clip from the Assassin's Creed 2 game where like Leonardo is showing him like designs and stuff and have it be like a big kitty furry.
Yeah, be like that epic, like Andrew Hussey Homestuck's greatest creation where it was Data's painting, but it was with like the muscular furry art. And he keeps painting it, and Worf gets sick and has to lay down because he looks at it. Not that I'm going to yuck people's muscular furry art. You can do what you want to do out there, but I am going to laugh and say it's silly. Anyway, are we going to go anywhere? Can we really compete our top femboy Jesus?
I just want to ask for recommendations for horror podcasts.
I don't have any horror podcast. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Like,
if you're listening to this and you have some hot suggestions, leave them in the comments or at me on Twitter. Preferably at me on Twitter.
Yeah, I did post the SCP AMV. They're all kind of like that, but I just like the idea that some mad lad in Japan made an SCP AMV, and it kind of works.
I just need something for 16 hours of driving.
All right. So think about it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Listen, that's just enough time to listen to the novelization of the Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Or why not, Drew? Well, Drew, why don't you just go to the That's a Thing website, put all your old podcasts on just your playlist, and then you can be listening, and you can tell like your girlfriend, like, man, one of the guys on here, everything he says is just gold.
The problem is we're driving separately. I'm stuck in the truck the whole time, and she's driving her car the whole time.
You have to make her listen.
I was gonna be like, you turn it on. She's like, yeah, can you change it to something else?
No, you gotta listen. What do you think about the Drew character?
she also has the same problem as all of our listeners, that me and Kevin sound the exact same.
Well, that's the game. See, you gotta take all the good. You gotta say like, oh no, whenever it's something smart, it's me. Whenever it's something stupid, it's Kevin. It's easy. See, that's what I tell people. If you're
That
listening,
all the smart stuff is me and all the dumb stuff is you.
yeah, like if you're listening to this podcast and you hear something that sounds really stupid, it's probably me. That's not Drew. Drew isn't talking. Drew is not getting excited about the Fast and the Furious going to space.
I've seen 1 and I've seen part of 4. And I've seen them driving through those Mexico tunnels.
Yeah, where they're dragging the big old vault.
I don't remember the vault.
I think that's
Maybe
Fast.
these were different tunnels.
Yeah, no, that was 4.
Okay.
Okay, that's still 4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I've seen The Italian Job.
Okay, the Italian Drop's like a good movie though. Oh, fuck.
I want to see the classic one to see if it's better than the remake.
No, because it doesn't have Marky Mark. So you lost me there.
I guess with modern movie going and how they handle things, I guess they're never going to remake the Fast and the Furious. They're just going to make them forever.
Yeah. Because you can't go back. Like, what would Fast and the... Like, it just wouldn't work.
Yeah, like, who would you cast in a new Fast and the Furious?
What would they be stealing out of trucks?
Yeah, because, like, they're cryptocurrency.
No, they're stealing computer parts for cryptocurrency.
There you go. Instead of video cards.
Finally, and he opens it up, and it's just a bunch of Bushido statues. We hit the motherboard.
We gotta do our, like, get our, like, supercars and then try to, like, hijack the thing carrying PlayStation 5s.
We gotta hijack the rare Funko Pop delivery.
Oh, that'd be great, though. That's starting to get... that. My problem is, and this is just me, if your thing gets too stupid, I'm on board. Like, I'm on board a heist movie of trying to get a rare Funko Pop.
I'm not.
Because it's just stupid. I can see it. I'm so...
No, dude, I'm not behind that. We are, but like we're not also not going to pay for it. We're going to find some way to watch it for free.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not giving that this money. Unless it gets weird. It has to be weirdly good. Like, I think that's my... Like, if you make something really stupid, but it has to be like you're watching it, and it has to be way better than it has any right to be. Like...
Okay. So, Psycho Gorman is that movie.
Okay. It's on my list. Right now I'm going through, like, Tom Cruise movies. Because I never watched The Color of Money. Because it has, like, Tom Cruise in it. And it was pretty good.
He's got some great early movies.
It also had... I forgot his name. I'll remember it in, like, a half second as I'm Googling it.
Personally, I like Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, Paul Newman. That's right. I get Paul Newman and Steve McQueen mixed up in my brain.
Oh, yeah, the salad dressing guy.
Yeah. But yeah. I liked Color of Money. Good Scorsese film. Honestly, I felt it was too short. It's really weird to say. That movie's like 2+ hours long. I'm like, I kind of felt too short.
Oh, God. Last night we watched The Two Towers. Yeah. And, like, we paused at some point, you know, for someone to go do something. And, you know, we happen to see, oh, we're like an hour and 10 minutes in, and there's still literally 2 hours to go.
Yeah!
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I tried to have a marathon where I watched all movies, and I couldn't. My brain was just fried after like 4 hours of it.
I can't do... I've gotten to the point where I can no longer do anything for more than 2 hours at a time. Like, my brain starts shutting down once it hits 2 hours, and I have to do something else. Even if it's just laying down.
Oh, it looks like that's a perfect time to do your Warhammer thing.
Man. That's...
And then you strike something else.
My Warhammer figurines are becoming like my Scarlet Letter.
Scarlet Letter.
Albatross.
Albatross.
Because they just keep getting pushed away. I'm like, but I gotta do this.
I'm literally because I'm like, I have like 3 models left to finish before I buy another pack. And it's been a month since I touched them. They're like half.
It's hard. Like those things, they just like it's you get into a zone. You'll get a couple of them. Like I have one that's just primed and sitting there, and I'm like, I just don't want to do it. But then, like, your brain goes, oh, I can always just come back to it. You know, just come back to it.
You say that, and then, 14 has something new. Well, I gotta go play that.
As long as I don't buy new ones, it's fine. That's like the mistake you see is when people buy the new ones.
Yeah, it's when you've done what so many have done with their Steam libraries. Just you've got such a mountain ahead of you.
I don't even want to look at my Steam library.
Kevin, you just gotta eat one green bean at a time.
Ugh. Yeah, my
but also I agree, Nolan. That and then like there's been 2 huge itch.io bundles that happened last year and then this year, and there's even more stuff now.
I don't want to look at it, so like I can't touch this. I still have like 4 more PlayStation games I have yet to open or start playing.
Yeah.
I'm like I just caught up with anime, and now like a month from now I'm gonna be going through backlog again.
Yeah.
It never ends.
Yep.
It never ends. The ride never ends. Just like this podcast is said now, I'm ending it because I'm starting to get audio recording errors. Bye!
Later days.